Welcome back. We missed a whole week. There's been lots of family things going on that's got almost all of my attention. I've still been reading, but I just have not been feeling like recording. Let's talk about what I finished. So, in the time frame that I've been away from the camera, I have finished, I believe, 3 books. The first book I want to talk about is What Have We Done by Alex Finley. And as you know, Alex Finley is a must-buy author for me, as in I see them, I must buy it. I read the first 2 books, Every Last Fear and The Night Shift. I'm pretty sure I gave them both 5 carrots, and this one is no different. I'm giving this one 5 carrots. It was a little different for me. Like, there's an assassin, so it was like kind of more fantasy-ish, but not like fantasy like dragons and kingdoms, but more fantasy like, oh, this is kind of unbelievable kind of thing, while still being like completely in reality. I think that's what they call like surreal fiction. I don't know. It was really, really, really good. Again, it's basically about it's an intricately plotted, twisty thriller. And it's about 5 friends who become friends in the orphanage. And when they all get out and have like successful careers, they kind of break apart. And one of them is murdered, and then they realize that someone else is after them for what they did together as a group so many years ago. And they have to figure out if someone's told, if they did who, and if the person that told is the same person trying to kill them. It was pretty interesting. I gave it 5 carrots. The next book I finished was The Girl Who Knew Too Much by Amanda Quick. This is the first book in the Burning Cove series, and I listened to it on audio, and it was amazing. I gave this one 4 carrots. It introduces Irene Glasson, and she is on the run after her employer is brutally murdered. Her employer leaves her a note telling her that she should run and to take this notebook, and she escapes to Burning Cove to start a new life. Once there, she becomes a reporter and discovers a murdered woman where there's supposed to be a woman for an interview. And from there, the story just snowballs. And I just love how, even though every book has a new main character, the location is not only still the same, but all of the characters are like intricately woven together. It's pretty awesome. I gave this one 4 carrots. The next book I read, I don't have physically. I will just show you on my Kindle, and that's Heart Haunt Havoc by Frida Smoon. And I gave this 4 carrots. This is romantic fantasy. I liked it. It is a little smutty. It's basically about a non-binary brujo and a trans exorcist, and they're trying to cleanse a house, and they get interested in each other, and it turns out that there's more to it than meets the eye, and it's more than just a haunted house. Read it super fast. I finished it in like 2 days. I literally had to slow down so I wasn't going too fast. And they have a book 2 coming out in September, so I'm super excited about that. So those are the books that I finished in the week that I wasn't here. And I am currently working on 2 more books. So I'm currently working on 3 books. I'm currently working on... Sorry, drama keeps getting my way. I'm currently working on The Other Lady Vanishes, which is book 2 in the Burning Cove series. And this follows a woman named Adelaide who escapes from an asylum and realizes that she was never supposed to be there in the first place. And now she has to figure out why she was there and if she can stay free. All of that is occurring. There have been murders and missing people and a stalker. So it's pretty good so far. I'm 50% through. The next thing that I'm reading is Tell Me What Really Happened by Chelsea Sadati. 35% through this one, and this is about a group of teenagers that go camping, and one of the girls is missing in the morning, and it's told completely through interviews with the police, which I think is so interesting. So I'm super excited to see where this goes. This is where I'm at so far. And then I'm also currently reading I'll Stop the World, Lauren Thoman, and it is a mystery, and I'm very excited to see what's going to... We don't really know what the mystery is yet. I'm sure I could read the synopsis, but I don't want to spoil myself, and I've already started reading, so it might give some spoilers at that point. But yeah, I am 17% through this. I'm on page 65, and I am currently moving through those 3 books at the moment, although I did fall down a library rabbit hole a couple of days ago, and I have added several books to my TBR. Make sure that you guys are checking out my Instagram, because that's where I'm updating this almost daily. You'll also notice that the URL for my website has changed. It's no longer moriarty.com. I have decided that I really like talking about books and my full-time gig. So the new website is the inkbunnie.com. And all of my links have been updated, so it'll be super easy to find me. Right now, there is only a loading page, but I am currently working on revamping the website, and it should be up by the end of June. So I'm very excited to have another space to share my love of books with people. Today is Thursday. It was bonkers. I was at work until like 7. We were busy as hell, and I barely had any time to read. So I'm hoping that tomorrow, even though it's Friday, will be slower. But it is Memorial Day weekend, and I don't work Monday, so I have a 3-day weekend full of nothing to do. I'm getting my hair done on Sunday, so I'll have plenty of time to sit and read. I'm hoping to finish at least 2 of the books that I am reading currently right now, and I will see you guys next time. Hopefully I'll be able to update this with some more book reviews, and I'll have a video for you next week. Thanks so much for watching. Hey, it is Sunday, the 26th, and I have finished a novel. So it's digital, so I don't have it to show you, but I'll put it up right here. So I finished The Other Lady Vanishes by Amanda Quick. I'm giving it 5 carrots. I listened to it on audio, and I was not prepared. I wasn't ready for the ending, and you won't be either. I was not prepared. She keeps getting me. Like the first one, I was like, okay, I like that. And then there was that twist, and I wasn't ready. Same thing here. The ending, wasn't ready. Wasn't prepared. So the book follows a woman named Adelaide who escapes from a sanitarium. And she is in hiding because she's afraid that people will think she's actually crazy. But she's not. In hiding, she works at a tea room, and she meets the dashing, brooding Nick Truitt. And they strike up a chord because they both need to work on their nerves, and they get invited to this fortune teller's show. And they go, they have a good time. The show ends on kind of a wild note, and then the next day that fortune teller is dead, and then from there it just catapults. So the body count in this is outrageous. There's espionage, there's murder. They work together to try and figure out if these people are just dying around them, or if they're dying because of them, or if they're involved in why they're dying, and who's doing the actual killing. And they have to do it soon, because this killer gives no fucks, and if they're not careful, they'll go the way of the dodo bird. So it was wild. I absolutely loved it. Super great. I love Amanda Quick's audiobooks. I know it's only got one narrator, but I love the voice. I read Tightrope, which was 3. That was the first book I read. And then I read Close Up, which is 4. So now I'm moving on to book 5. I do have it from the library, so I'll probably be picking that up shortly. But I'm going to skedaddle because we are going to have a cookout and go swimming. Which is why I'm dressed like this. And I will see you next time, hopefully with whatever new book I pick up, or another finished book. We still have 3 more days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 3 more days of May. So who knows? Bye! Hey, it is still Sunday. It is 11:06 and I finished another book. Ooh, my ears are all kinds of janky. And I finished another book. I finished Lumberjanes Volume 1, Beware the Kitten Holy by Stevenson, Ellis, Waters, and Allen. I thought that I had read this before, but apparently I had read Volume 2. And of course Volume 2 is on hold. It's not available to read immediately. So I started reading Volume 1 and I loved it. I gave 5 carrots. I'm so excited to find out what's next for the Lumberjanes and what other new adventures they get into. But if you don't know what Lumberjanes is about, it's about a group of ladies that are at a summer camp and they get into supernatural adventures, and the art is adorable, the adventures are awesome, the commentary is like cheesy campy. It's amazing. At one point they are fighting a group of foxes, and the foxes get the surprise, like they come out and they surprise them, and one of the girls says, "Holy Mae Jemison." So like I get hella Batman vibes, but also like feminist and forward thinking. If you don't know who Mae Jemison is, she's the first black female astronaut to be in space. So yeah, and they have different quotes like that throughout all of the novels, and while I knew a bunch of them, a few of them I actually had to look up, which I love because I love learning new things. So yes, love it. And this also comes from the same creators as Nimona, which is also another, what is this ear doing? Which is also another favorite of mine. So I knew I was in good hands. I have like the first 10 volumes, but I can't continue because Volume 2 is on hold. It's unavailable until someone releases it. So I probably won't be able to continue for a little bit. It says I read Volume 2, but I don't remember anything. So I have to wait so I can continue. I don't want to skip ahead and miss anything, because I already tried to do that, seeing as it told me I read it before. And like I started Volume 3 and I'm about 40 pages and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. So I need to wait and read Volume 2 to find out what's happening. But that graphic novel makes the 41st book of the year, and it makes the 9th book of the month. And this May like mood reading thing went super well for me. Super well. And like looking back on the time frames for finished books, there were times when I thought I was taking like a whole week, 2 weeks, like a long period of time, and it's only been a couple of days. So I think it's been really, really good for my reading, and I've put away quite a few novels, not only this month, but this year, and I'm excited to continue mood reading. I think I'm going to continue it for June. I don't really have any topic-led TBRs anyway, and I have plenty of books that are just chomping at the bit to get read, so I'm probably going to continue it into June. This is Gabs, this is the Ink Bunny, and I'll see you next time. Sleuth on!